Hey guys, it's Chomsky, and I just wanted to talk about Kurosa the Covetous, um, as she is going to be the highlighted, the progressive, the times 10 chance to get her from a primal shard this weekend. Um, Not really feeling it. Uh, let's be real. It's it's a mythical. The chances you getting her is going to be pretty high, just because there's not that many mythicals that you can pull. And but I'm just not smitten with her, and so on and so forth. So just going over a kit, and then we can talk about it. Correction. I can talk about it because I can't hear you. But if you want to leave comments, I could then comment back, and then we could have that communication line. Or you could just find me on Discord and Twitch. No one, my Chomsky. But yeah, skills. First form, she's attacking all allies, and then she's healing based on her attack. So that's sweet. You know, she's an attack based support, really attack based support. So you're gonna get a pretty substantial heal out of this, and we know that in the event dungeon as well, but we don't necessarily see it so much because we quickly get her to the form 2. So that's neat. Get an ally attacker with her, and you just get some more heals, and it's an AoE, so that's nice. Um, she cleanses, and then she puts an increased attack and shield, and it's based on attack. Okay, cool. 3 turn. All right. Places a taunt and a fortify on her. Okay. Unkillable on everybody. Awesome. So we're gonna go all the way down here to find out what fortify does. And fortify reduces any enemy ignore defense effects. Meh. Okay. Like 25%. All right. That's okay. So damage mitigation and then an unkillable on everybody. 4 turn cooldown. Okay. She receives 15% less damage for each alive ally. Okay, that's nice. So basically, we just have an A1 healer while also having a shield and increased attack. Okay. And an unkillable. 4 turn cooldown. Mm-hmm. All right, so interesting. Now we go to Form 2, which we see this in the event dungeon when we quickly kill off her buddies, and then we get this really rad design. I love the artwork. You're not going to get anything bad from me on the raid artwork, but stay focused here, Chomsky. So she's attacking one enemy as the A1, um, and then she basically spreads that damage out as pure damage. Okay, cool. I dig that. Um, Neat. It can't be critical, but that's fine. It's 30% of max HP. Okay. That I dig. I think that's super powerful. Attacks all enemies, steals all buffs. Okay. Weaken. Cool. I dig it. I mean, just damage. I get it. It's strong in the event dungeon. So cool. Shatter. Um, Places a true fear. So grants an extra turn. 4 turn, which is really a 3 turn. Let's find out what Shatter does. Shatter increases a champion's ignore defense by either 15% or half that, 7.5. Okay. Neat because it's new. I get it. And then she's dealing more damage per each dead ally. Okay. The big one is this critical hit. 10% for each dead ally. So get her with a lot of glass cannons. Um, and I think she's gonna do wonders, right? Everyone's dead around her. She does a critical hit and it goes nuts. But it's not just on her; it could also be others too. So if you combo her with him who's dead, you know, and you get him in crit cap, and like the dude's gonna be pretty awesome, all right? I mean, like getting a whole lot of healing, um, as well as potential turn meter funness here because it's a crit, you know. Um, yeah, okay, cool. Form 2, fantastic. Dig it. I dig it. You know, getting shatters a new one, increased crit rate, okay, whatever. Hello, Chimera. Placing a true fear, okay. Getting an extra turn, that's awesome. You know, fine, cool. This, cool. Kind of on the fence here, but okay, I could understand it. So second form, Kurosa, fantastic. First form, kind of a waste. Um, I I'd much rather have Odin, to be honest. Um, at least we know with Odin, if I could find you, you know, we get removing all buffs, decreased defense, and a stun. You know, Berserk, whatever, don't care. It's basically this support is really awesome. 3-turn cooldown, as well as potentially healing up someone. You know, that's sweet. And this is doing a pretty healthy chunk of damage. And then he's also tossing in block damage and a buff spread. Okay, cool. So first form Kurosa, I'm not really seeing it. You know, okay. We get a taunt and an unkillable. Okay. Um, I would put her in a protection set no matter what. So this way that unkillable buff and all the allies is protected. You know, second form, I mean, like, this is just on her. Like, okay, it can't be critical. So we're not expecting that much damage out of the A1. A2 could do some damage. Okay. I I'm not smitten. I'm notorious for having, maybe not notorious, but I'm known for having a lot of mythicals. This is not one that I want to get. I don't have any desire to pull for her. Like, so I'm going to be skipping. Um, if you want to go for it, great, cool. I think I just see her as very underwhelming. That's basically what I'm getting at. I think I'm not moved to get her. Now, with that said, it could be fairly interesting if you have Volcanos with her. You know, there's a whole lot of support there. Basically, with that block damage, right? Or is it the unkillable? In the first form, where are we? Unkillable. So okay, bump her up with as many protection pieces that you have. Have her with Volcanos, and then a Lamasu, um, a Carnage and Committus, and that's a ridiculous team right there. You know, that's too many people. That's 5, but you could have a Volcanos with Carnage, Kuroso, Kurosa, and Lamasu, and that's a pretty solid team. But I don't know. I just don't see the spot for her. And it's the 18th of June, like it's Wednesday before Juneteenth, and like I just don't see it. And I'm not going to be going for it, uh, but I'm sure that a lot of people are. And if they get her, great, awesome. I'm stoked for you. I just don't. I'm nonplussed about it. Uh, where does she rank for me? And mythicals, I would think of her as a straight up B. I think, you know, as a support, I think she's up there, but I don't know, man. I think that her and Androck are going to be buddies together in my B tier of mythicals. But I mean, I don't. Please tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know where I'd use her. You know, Tossing her in Chimera would be fun. Um, Hydra would be fun, I guess. But is it really necessary? I mean, I don't know. I mean, the fear's not going to work. You know, weaken as an AoE. Okay, you should have Lydia. You know, and does decrease defense and weaken. Um, deals more damage. Okay, she's gonna need it. A heal and an AoE. Okay, taunt and fortify. Okay, receiving less damage. Again, fine. I dig it. Don't get me wrong. Dig it. But I just don't. I don't know. I don't know. Please tell me if I'm wrong. I crave feedback. All right. That's all I got. Thank you. I look forward to talking to you soon. Take care.